The music got
All right. Welcome, everybody, to Live Out Loud podcast. I'm Scott.
I'm Gary.
And we're back once again, on our bi-weekly little adventure here to talk about things that just go through our twisted little minds. And, of course, talk about addiction recovery and living a fun and happy life. That's really what it's fun and happy. Fun and happy. Are we good? Gary, are you doing your electronics right now? Are you setting up?
It says this video is live now.
Okay. Why now let me ask, I'm going to fill everybody in. Why wasn't it done ahead of time? What were you busy doing moments before the show started?
Oh,
you want to share that?
Sure. I stuck my ass in the door and farted for Scott. A special,
and he laughed about it.
Special Scott fart.
He giggled like a little kid. And
don't you giggle when you fart?
And
I saved that all the way from Deerfield.
And Tammy's very grateful. Tammy's in the studio. Hi, Tammy. Tammy says hi. And one day we'll have more cameras in here, so we'll be able to get more angles and catch Gary in his moments of farting there. Hey, Jeannie's already out there.
Wouldn't that be exciting?
Watching. What's that? Watching you fart?
Well, a fart here and there is fun. He's happy.
Felix is chiming in, and he's letting everybody know that there was a great show at Galuppi's last night. Is that where you guys were playing?
That's where we played last night.
It was a long run, right?
Packed. Hello, Felix. And Felix was wearing one of the original long run T-shirts.
Oh, okay. Those are the ones that you used a Sharpie and a white T-shirt in your kitchen making.
The one in my kitchen.
Did you ever make a band T-shirt yourself because you couldn't get one when you were young, or did you ever try to make something?
We went to when I was in a band called Tropics, we went to a shirt place, right?
Yeah,
that makes shirts. So one of the guys airbrushed, right?
Yeah.
So I got a shirt made that said Tropics, and then on the front, right over here, on the above my man boob, was I put
your moob. It's called a moob.
Oh,
a man boob is a moob.
Right above my moob, I put Tropics vocal section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I did make shirts myself.
Well, when I was young, and of course, Jeannie's saying hi, which is Terry is saying hi, Tammy.
You sweet angel.
When I was young, I wanted to be cool. And, we didn't have a lot of money. It's just one of those deals when we were growing up. And so I decided to make myself a cool T-shirt to wear to school. And so I made a T-shirt and Hell's Angels.
Hell's Angels?
I made a Hell's Angels T-shirt and wore it to school.
You really? Wow.
And, I drew on it and everything.
Oh, you're a biker. You're a total biker.
Well, yeah, but I was young. It was before I was even a biker. I was a dirt biker at the time, but I wasn't a biker.
Uh-huh.
And I wore this to school. And I went through the whole day until I got to the end of the day. And one of my teachers said, "That's a great shirt." This was my math teacher. And he goes, "I really love that shirt. What a great play on words."
Really? And that's what he said? He didn't know about it?
What are you talking about? He goes, "Yeah, I wrote Hell's Angles."
Oh, did you?
I went through school the whole day thinking I was cool as hell, and I was a member of the Hell's Angles, which is that rogue mathematics biker club.
Really? Did you have tape on your glasses? And
I probably should have at that point. My mom Sandy has joined in. Hi, Mom, and Lynn, my friend Lynn, who's going to be in town next week.
Uh-huh.
And
okay.
We're going to see if we can find a way to pull off a special LOL broadcast from wherever you are. You could use your phone or something like that.
Oh, good.
And we're just going to do a little so she could show us how that all works. So she's going to be helping out with that. That's great. So it's good to have her in town.
Hello, Lynn.
Yes. But anyway, how has your week been? You played last night at Galuppi's again. I mean, you were there. You weren't there Wednesday because the weather was really pretty crappy, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. But I wonder if it did rain. Nobody had said anything, but
it rained here, so but
it drizzled throughout the day.
It's like 15 miles away, so I don't know. It could be anything. That's the thing in Florida. You could rain like hell, and 5 blocks from you, it could be sunny.
Yeah,
that's the weirdest thing. Do you ever sit somewhere in Florida and watch rain across the street, and it doesn't rain where you are?
Yeah.
And it's not like drizzle; it's like real rain.
Yeah, real rain. You see the rain coming.
Yeah.
But you know what they say? If it's raining in Florida, it will stop.
That's what they say.
They say that.
Yeah.
If it
When you-
rains in Florida, don't worry, it'll stop.
When you live in an over 50 retirement community, you hear gems like that. You know?
Yeah, that's the way the cookie.
Yes. If it's raining, it means you took your Metamucil. That's I mean, they got all those great terms and stuff. Yes. Anyway. So great gig last night.
Great gig
What do we
last
got?
night.
We got anything tonight?
No, nothing tonight. Just a family gathering, a Potts Bear family gathering in Naples.
What? What? Huh?
A Potts Bear family gathering. I have my sister. That's the only member of my family. Tammy has the.
I'm sorry. You say
she-
Potts Bear, and I get this image of Yogi with a joint. I mean,
Wow, that was quick. That was good.
Well, it's when you have when you're crazy, shit just pops into your head.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
Well, Tammy's family is the Osmonds, the King family, and the Brady Bunch, all wrapped up in one.
The Osmonds.
Yeah, I mean everybody. I mean,
Are you a little bit country or a little bit rock and roll?
Osborne's in there too.
What's that?
The crazy side, Osborne's.
Yeah, the Osmond. I mean, they are. It is a huge. It's a huge family,
Wow.
and all of a sudden, here I am, involved in this wonderful huge family, which is great. I mean, they're great people. You met Tim, who is just a classic. I don't even know how to describe him. He's great.
I met Tim.
He's great. Yeah, he was. We interviewed him for Techie, for Dr. Phone.
Oh
Tech.
yeah. Well, I didn't meet him. It was a phone interview.
It was a phone interview, but that's a meeting in a way. But
Well, I guess nowadays, in 2021, you can meet somebody on Zoom and get married and have a whole life without ever actually having to like be near them.
you know what?
That actually wouldn't be a bad thing.
The thing about that is that he kind of reminds me of you, only crazier. He's funny. He's a great guy. He's
Is
Well, I won't go
is he
into that.
funnier
is he funnier?
than me?
No, there's nobody funnier.
You shouldn't have to
than you.
think about that.
There's nobody funnier than you, but looks aren't everything. Okay, thank you.
Wow,
Wow,
he went right
uh-huh.
to it. That was hurtful.
Right to juggler. Well, you ask a question like that, what do you expect?
Yeah,
to
I
get?
know.
Okay?
Listen, I live alone. All my self-esteem has to come from my self-conversations. And I realize I'm boring as all get out.
No, you're convincing you that you're good, and I think that's a.
I stand in the mirror and I say, "You are wonderful."
Did you get any answers back?
Then the next line is, "Put some clothes on."
Oh, I get it. So you're getting into reflection.
Actually, I'm going to be totally honest. Actually, with Teresa and I, when we split and then all the stuff went on, self-reflection. I got it.
Self-reflection.
I just got it.
Okay.
Sometimes
I have to
mine
look at
goes.
Tammy and just
Sometimes
say-
mine goes over your head. Sometimes yours goes over my
Yeah,
head.
They do.
Somewhere on the ceiling of this studio, there's a lot of shit that we just didn't get.
It's a very
it's just
funny,
over our heads. It's floating.
It's very
up there.
funny up there.
Yeah, one day I'm going to go up, change the light bulb, and just laugh my ass off and fall off the ladder. But there's been what?
You remembered what you're saying?
What did I say?
Something about Teresa.
No, I was saying that one of the things, and this is a serious thing, one of the things is that, I learned that, there's a lot that I have to learn about myself and to be better at relationships. There's a reason I've been through relationships, and it's, and I think everybody should have a little bit of that reflection on themselves and figure out some things and everything. So, I want to go out and spend time with people. And my headset. I want to go out and spend time with people. I want to go out and do those things, but I don't want to be in relationships for a while. I don't want to, I don't want that. I mean, it used to be like 5 minutes. I'm looking for somebody to like ask to marry me,
Yeah. Mhm.
and, could have been the checkout girl at the Piggly Wiggly. It could be anybody. Are you spilling coffee? Are you
Yeah.
just,
I did.
Gary has a drinking problem. He can't find his mouth.
But that's yeah.
Taking this time to find out and spending more time doing music and stuff like that has been great for me. And I'm like, really at that point now where I'm ready. I'd love to go up on stage with you sometime, and I'm starting to feel that now. I'm almost there, Gary. I'm starting to feel it.
Okay.
Listen, I've been putting stuff out,
Okay.
you know, on
You have been putting stuff out.
Facebook.
Just
and-
recently, you put out something by well, don't tell me because they're kind of leading together. But what was the last one? You just put out something from Buddy Holly.
Mr. Buddy Holly.
Every day it's a get closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey.
You got to love that song, because what other song could you go? Hey, hey, hey.
Hey. Well, what's that? There is another song that does that. It's a Guns N' Roses song, isn't it?
Oh, when they do "Knocking on Heaven's Door."
Oh yeah. Hi. Oh, shoot me now.
Well, what about "Hey, Mama"?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
that's not quite the same.
as
Not
goofy.
quite the same. Buddy Holly, great artist. I used to love him when I was a kid, and I kind of forgot about all the great music he did in a very, very short period of time.
Mhm.
I mean, I think he was like 23 when he died or something like that. I mean, it was just ridiculously young.
Was he 23 or was he 27? Was he part of that 27 group?
No, he wasn't part of that group
Oh, okay.
because he didn't die doing drugs. You have to do drugs and like have your face fall off to make the 27 group. But
Oh, I didn't know it was. Well, Kurt Cobain committed suicide, didn't he? I don't think he died of a drug overdose.
Kurt Cobain, no, he committed suicide.
Yeah.
But it was, I mean, a lot of this was drug induced. Of course, he had mental health issues as well.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Brings us to the point of our show, doesn't it?
That's right. It does.
Mental health, Gary's crazy. That's the point. No, I'm kidding. Now, you've already established I'm the crazy one, so
Oh, well,
yeah. I
said you weren't as crazy as Tim. Tim is crazy. I mean, he's just crazy, but he's brilliant. He's really brilliant. He's a great guy.
Oh, okay.
And that's another thing that have in common. I do have a lot of respect for you. I do. Doesn't
he says that like
but
it's
not
a shock.
but it's not going to stop me from farting in your direction.
He says that like it's a big shock, even though you are batshit crazy and really weird, and
I still got a lot.
You
of
kind of
respect
smell
for you.
funny. I still have a lot of respect for you.
I tell my groups that when I'm facilitating. I tell them, I say, there's this guy who's brilliant. He's just really got it together. He taught me a lot of the stuff that I teach in treatment centers. But his favorite tune, his feel-good song, is Barbie Girl. I tell them that. I do.
Dude, you can't be telling my secrets.
I
like
tell them that. I tell them that.
That's a
And they
big
go-
secret that I only share with everybody I meet.
Except for the people that you don't meet. They'll find out sooner or later.
It's a funny thing. It's a song that lights me up. We all have those like guilty pleasure songs. Like I know a lot of guys during a certain period of time were singing every time they would be singing Britney Spears. It's just like they wouldn't admit to it. They wouldn't admit that they liked it. But I mean, I think more guys have sung the line "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time" than women have.
Oh, I would like to meet those guys and put them under hypnosis.
Yeah, there's something seriously.
There's something.
But my go-to song when I'm feeling very, very sad is Aqua, Barbie Girl.
Barbie Girl.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Ooh,
I'm
ooh.
a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. I've seen
That'll
him,
be our duet.
I've seen him play it for a group, and then he just lights up.
I can't help it. I start. I feel like Forrest Gump. I start shaking my hips and gyrating.
Gyrating.
Oh, I'm telling you. But
I may not be a smart man, but I know how to dance.
I know what love is. But anyway, I want to talk about why we're here. We're here because we want to definitely raise awareness for people with addiction issues and mental health issues and tell you don't have to suffer, that there is a great life beyond addiction. There's a great life beyond that, the shackles of pain and suffering and all those things going on. And all you have to do is reach out for it. All you got to do is ask for help. It's not an easy road, but boy, it is worth every minute of the journey.
Yep.
Gary and I get the honor. It's not just a job; it's an honor to share in people's recovery on a daily basis. And Gary does it one place, and I go up to another. There's a treatment center I go to, and then through the work with ATC and Live Out Loud podcast, we get to try to spread the message. And it is an absolute honor to be a part of anybody's journey, going from the depths of hell to what their life could be.
Yeah,
And
watching them get clean. You know, they come into the treatment center, and then they go through detox. And once they go through detox, they've gotten all the poisons basically out. And then they become this wonderful person that nobody really sees except for us. We're lucky enough to see them nice and clean and thinking clearly. And that's the person that people on the outside before they came into treatment never saw.
yeah,
So they get this bad rap, you know, thinking, well, they're addicted, they're just wasting their life away. They got nothing to offer. We see them in a different light. We see them clean, and they're people, and they're good people, and they're smart people, and they're colorful people. They have great personalities and great thoughts and great creativity. And we're lucky enough to see that. And if you know somebody who's just wasting away and wasting that creativity, wasting that wonderful personality, wasting that clean sense of thought, then get in touch with at this phone number right here. There it is. See that phone number?
786-514-0893. That's 786-514-0893. If you call there, you can talk to Karen if you've got a problem. Or if you want to get involved and do the kind of rewarding work that Gary and I and Karen get to do every day of our lives, check out atceducation.com or call Karen once again. And you can become a certified event interventionist. You become an interventionist and deal with people who are having addiction problems, even problems with mental health and other things. We've got more trainings coming down the line. We're filming right now our brain chemistry course, so you can learn about what happens to brain chemistry with addiction, because it's really amazing how much damage people are doing with these, with alcohol, with pills, yes, even with marijuana. People, there's damage being done. So you want to learn about that. We got a lot going on.
Killing off dopamine and
Yeah. And so just reach out, atceducation.com, or call Karen 786-514-0893. If somebody you love is having a problem, give us a call. If you want to get involved and make a difference, give us a call.
save a life.
Save a life.
Save a life. We have a lot of first responders that have taken this course and are going to be taking this course. And you know, first responders, that's what they do. They save lives.
Let's give a shout out to one of them that we know very well, a good friend of ours, Rick George.
Jody.
Got to give a shout out, Jody Marlowe. We can go on and on. There's so many, and I apologize that we can't name them all, but Rick George, I mentioned him because I'm going to be seeing him shortly. You see him quite a bit too.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
great guy. But these guys are dedicated. So anything that we can do at ATC to help out first responders, or that Gary and I could do, or Karen, in our everyday lives, we're there to try to do it.
You'll find this interesting. You know Rick George now, right?
Yeah.
When I first met Rick George, his hair was down to his waist.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. Did his toupee fall off? It was hooked on his belt?
No, he had a one pay,
One pay. Yeah.
but his hair was down to his waist. And my nickname, he called me White and Squishy because he was a surfer. He was always out.
You what?
He was a surfer. He was always out. He was always getting tan. I was a rock and roller. I played at night. I slept during the day. So he would call me White and Squishy because I didn't work out.
He's pumped too. He's jacked up. I mean, he works out, and yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't piss him off.
No, I got an exercise bike now, so I'm using that.
He's getting pumped up, folks. You'll see him. Nothing but muscle.
Yeah. It's all up here. Yeah. I'm just looking. I'm not looking. I don't want to be like one of those muscle guys. I'm not a big fan of those guys, you know.
Oh, if you don't take care of it, it turns to fat.
No, yeah. I just don't. But I want to be
Like that.
thinner, and I want to feel good. That's my problem. I've gained weight, especially over COVID. I think I put on 30 pounds this past year.
Really?
Yeah. And it's starting to come off now, but how come it comes off so much slower than it goes on?
I'm telling you.
You eat a slice of pizza, 10 pounds overnight from a slice of freaking pizza. Then it's like, okay, well, if you go to the gym for 6 months, you can get rid of that 10 pounds. What the
For 6 months, yeah. I ate a slice of I'm on a very strict diet, no carbs, right? I'm doing the no carbs diet, and I managed to lose, I guess now it's 6 pounds. You got to use one scale. So I managed to lose 6 pounds. I had a slice of pizza a couple of days ago and no weight loss. Just a slice of
Really?
pizza. I'm doing under 50 carbs a day. Or very close. If I go over, I go over a little bit, but I'm doing under 50 carbs a day. You know, I have 3 hot dogs.
See,
but-
my problem is I didn't quite understand the science. So when somebody said under 50 carbs, because I heard that, I thought, well, shit, I can handle 50 slices of bread in a day because each one's a carb, right?
No.
No. I thought it meant something. You count whatever you eat with carbs in it is one carb.
Wrong.
So if I eat a plate of mashed potatoes, that's one carb.
That's right. Hence 30 pounds during COVID. Right. Okay.
Okay.
They do it immediately at a long table with the Potts Bear family. They place the garlic bread directly in front of me.
Wow.
And lucky Tammy's next to me going like this. She looks at me, she says, "You're not going to touch that, are you?" You know, she's not like, "Don't touch the bread." She's like, "You're not going to touch that, are you?" You want to say hello to Tammy? Come here for a second. Come here.
I want to
Yeah,
give a shout out. Laura from my neighborhood and Lucas, her son, are watching. We want to say hi, Laura and Lucas. Go ahead. Say hi, Tammy.
Hi, everybody.
Say hi,
Terry.
Tammy.
Oh, hi. I'm supposed to say hi, Tammy? Hi, Terry. I'm talking
Oh,
to
that's
you.
right. Terry should just say hello to you. Thank you for coming on. She hates coming on, but
I know. Anyway, what we wanted to talk about today, because we've already blown through half the show without actually discussing anything. Although, we discuss. Being here is just enough. We could just sit here and hum. Well, we had to bring our kazoos one time and do a number for people.
the
You
kazoo.
still got your big kazoo?
Yeah, I do still have my big kazoo, but I don't know if the screen is big enough for both of the kazoos.
I know. Those were hard-earned skee ball kazoos.
Ski ball kazoos.
We played
Plastic.
skee ball for 2.5 hours. We spent $48.50, and we got a 7-cent kazoo
Yeah,
as a prize.
that doesn't really work well.
Yeah, what are we teaching kids about economics if it's like, hey, if you go spend all this money and you get all these tickets, you can go get a piece of shit that you could have bought with the first quarter you put in the machine.
That's right. You could,
But
possibly
no,
get
these
a
kids are
small
like, oh,
Tootsie
look at
Roll.
what I won. I got all this stuff. And it's like, oh my.
But that's it. They're young and they can have that excitement.
We are teaching kids how to take advantage of others, which is very important. All
We're
right.
teaching them the fact that you can win in this world.
What do you mean you can win in this
You
world?
can win in this world if you put in the time and the money. You can win in this world. You can win something.
Yeah, I suppose you can.
Yeah,
I suppose you
you
can.
just got to decide what it is that you're going to win.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to have purpose and everything else. Listen, if you guys are watching right now, because we're being broadcast on several different pages and different things, and if your comments, because I see some of your comments on one of the things and some on another device, so if you want to get your comments so we can put them up on screen, then you want to switch over to Live Out Loud podcast page on Facebook, LOL podcast. Just kind of, because you might be watching on a different site or something and we're not getting the comments quite right. That's an issue that when Lynn's here in town, she's going to help me work on, figure out how that works. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about was that people are crazy.
People are crazy.
And this is what brought it to mind the other day. I was coming home and I had just driven all the way from like Palm Beach down to Davie, and people are obeying traffic laws for the most part. They're driving, they're doing things and everything. I get into my neighborhood. Now, my neighborhood's a sizable neighborhood. There's like 900 homes in my neighborhood. So
Mhm.
it's a sizable. It's not as big as yours.
Oh, Century Village.
Yours has
yeah.
its own like zip code, for crying out loud.
It
It's like
does.
the Villages Part 2, right? But
Part 1.
yeah, but in my neighborhood, I get in there and all of a sudden everybody abandons all traffic laws. They're like, oh, I think I'll stop here in the middle of the street and talk to Bob who's mowing his lawn over there. Then Bob will drive his ride on lawnmower out into the street to have a conversation with this guy so that nobody can go by. And they sit there and they talk. People park every which way.
Mhm.
They do whatever the hell they want. You know, they feel like going slow and looking at you. You know, would you do that on 95? Just, hey, there's somebody. Let me stop in the middle of the road, roll down my window and have a conversation with somebody. So why would you do it there?
Yeah, well, I've seen people do it on regular roads, not on the highway. Like, for instance, up on University where they're waving Trump flags. I see people stopping to talk to them, whether they're proing what they're doing or whether they're just making fun of them, which
Yeah.
is my side.
I don't understand what, you know, people are out there waving every Saturday. They're out there waving Trump flags.
Yeah.
One of them had a big sign. Now, listen, I don't care. You want to do that? Fine. That's on you. But one of them had a huge flag and it had F-U-C-K Biden.
Right.
And I'm like, why are you, you know, what intelligence do you have to wave a flag like that with families driving by and people, and you're waving that and you think it makes you look intelligent?
Right.
Listen, I don't mind an occasional curse word, right? You know, now and then. I mean, even fucking now. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, right.
I don't mind that. But, you know, I mean, people have an expectation when they're watching our show. I don't have an expectation of driving down the street with my kids and then having this big F Biden flag being held by some guy who's wearing a I Love America t-shirt. And his I
patriotic,
fought in
right.
a war hat and all that stuff. And I'm sure you believe you're a good American, but you're not a good human being if you're waving that around in front of kids.
Right. Thanks for fighting for us, but
Yeah. I mean, come on. Come on. Listen, I don't judge anybody by the language that they use. I mean, truth is the people who are highly intelligent tend to use more curse words than other people. I mean, it's actually true. But they also know the places to use them and the places not to use
the places to use them, the places not. Exactly.
them. You know, is
Well, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the crazy things that people
Yeah.
do. And Tammy and I were going over that on the way here. Yeah, so you have a list. We have a list.
oh, you got a list too?
Got a list.
Tammy, you have been so good for him.
It's-
You have been
Yeah.
so good for him. I mean, you know, the only thing that was written down when he came in here was BVD on his underwear. That was it.
and my name tag.
And you got a name tag in your
Gary
underwear
Wayne,
too?
yeah, yeah, before my mom.
I got
passed,
name
she-
tags in my clothes too. I live alone.
So that means you put them in.
Who left the? Oh, it's mine.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You check and see
yeah.
that it's really yours, not the size.
By the way,
It's the
my
name.
whole point from before is it's great to be alone for a while. It's good to learn about myself.
Oh,
I don't
And-
want to. I don't want to miss that point that we kind of got off on a tangent. There's nothing wrong with being alone, and people, you know, I think me learning to be alone a little bit more is making me actually more cognizant of how I've treated other people. And I've made a lot of mistakes, and you know, and there's some things I'm going to have to go back and make amends for, and think about them, and think about, you know, why was I doing that? You know, was I really showing my authentic self? Was I being my
Wow.
true self? It's real. Everybody should spend some time
I
and
think
do this.
I still think about that every day about how I was.
Yeah,
Before I met Tammy. But you know something, when you're not
The
looking
stories
for
are
it,
very sordid.
when you're not looking for it,
Yeah.
is when it usually happens.
Yeah, I don't want to get into the whole blind date thing. I did a blind date thing one time, and turned out she was a burn victim by the end of the night, and so it was really a terrible, terrible situation. No, that's wrong. That was.
I like blind dates because that way they can't see me.
Would that be a shocker if somebody set you up on a blind date and a real blind person showed up? You know,
Oh, I could describe.
but at least you
myself.
could check them out before, you know. And then if you don't like the way they look, you just don't talk. You don't say anything. They won't find you.
leave a tape recording of your voice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
Okay.
Okay, so crazy things.
Crazy
that
things people do.
All right. people walking around with their headphones in unplugged.
Oh, see,
Just to
I
have
almost
them
wrote that
hanging out
down
of the
too.
air. Yeah.
I'm like, why?
Why do you have to keep your headphones in? That's what pockets are for.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if you're living up in the north in like Nanook country or something, you could say it keeps my ears warm. Fine. I'll live with that. But down here in Florida, especially if they're wearing like the Beats, the big ones, the big, like these kind of headphones, not even like the earbuds, but the headphones. And they're not, it's not, what is it? A fashion statement now? I don't have a tie, but I got some really nice headphones I could put on to go out and look all snazzy.
Right.
What the fuck is that? Oh my God.
He said, fuck.
I did it again. I'm so sorry.
Did it again.
I'm sorry. I should stand out on the road with a sign. Everybody does this, and everybody's guilty of this. You take the food out of the package, you put it in the microwave, you throw the package away. 3 minutes later, you have to go through the trash to look for the package to figure out how long it's supposed to be in there.
We got that.
You got that
Yeah,
too?
I got that also.
Everyone is guilty of that, and you just pray you didn't put coffee grounds on top or something even grosser, you know.
Right.
But we always do it, and we do it so often. I don't know why it's just not smart. Leave it on the counter till the food is done, then throw it away. No,
You could put the hot food on top of the box.
yeah. And then if you're a moron like me, you didn't open the box properly and you ripped through the instructions. So now, not only do I have to dig it out of the trash, I have to put it together like a freaking puzzle, like I'm Mission Impossible cooking food there. Da-da-da, da-da-da, you know. Oh, we all okay, so good. We all agree on that one. What else you
The
got?
second one I had there.
What else you got?
Let's see. Watching somebody.
And this is all stuff we accept as just normal behavior. We don't even think about just how crazy it is.
I think you brought this up one time.
Yeah.
Most of the time in a Mexican restaurant, they bring you your plate and they say, be careful, the plate is hot.
Yes.
They put the plate down in front of you, and what's the first thing you do?
You got to touch it.
You got to touch the plate.
Now, if they brought the thing out with the fajitas on there, you know, the fajitas and it's the sizzling and popping,
Come on.
they put it in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't say anything, you look at it and you think, okay, it's hot. But the minute they say don't, the little kid in us comes out and say, oh, screw you.
Yeah, right. Don't
We
touch
have
it.
to.
What do you think I am, a puss? Come on. Hey,
Yeah.
I'll just, touch it and, it's too hot for me. Yeah, right. Too hot for me. Come on.
Screw
I'm
you,
hot
Jose.
enough.
I'm going in for the touch.
Jose.
It's a Mexican restaurant. It's a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not making
got it.
fun of anybody.
I
I'm
got
saying.
it. No, that was
right.
funny.
Okay.
Okay, what do you got?
Okay. Why is it that people find it necessary? You could be sitting and watching TV. You could be sitting and reading a book. You could be sitting and doing anything. But the minute somebody calls on the cell phone and they have a long conversation, you find yourself walking aimlessly in circles around your house.
We got that too.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
You
we
are
got
kidding me.
Walking around your apartment while you're talking on the phone.
Why do we do that? I was just sitting for 6 hours watching Ghost Hunters.
With Larry
Because that's
Storch
real
and-
shit.
Right.
Larry Storch.
Larry Storch and Forrest Tucker. They were the original Ghostbusters.
No, that wasn't Ghostbusters. Ghost Hunters, where they go into haunted places and try to like see if there's ever ghosts, and they have to use all their stuff. It's no reality show, not movie or TV.
Oh.
And Larry Storch and Forrest Tucker were not the original Ghostbusters. You're F Troop. You went all the way back to F Troop.
No. They did F Troop together, and then they became Ghostbusters.
I'm going to check that out. I'm-
Hey, listen, I'm telling you, that's all you need.
That's all I need.
That's all you need.
I'm sorry. When you tell me Larry Storch and Forrest Tucker did something other than F Troop, I have to see what it is.
You better believe it.
Because I thought that was like the end of their career right there. That was it.
No. Well, it basically was the end of their career because both Ghostbusters did not go anywhere.
But why is it we get the phone in our hands and all of a sudden we walk around the house? We walk around like morons, like aimlessly, not like we're going to do something. You know, you walk around. If you're in a long enough conversation, you actually might have looked in your fridge 7 or 8 times, right? Right? Yeah, we all do it. And guess what? There's nothing in there, 2 eggs and something gray that probably used to be meat.
Right, but you still look.
But you still look.
And
because
it all
maybe some
depends-
apples magically appeared.
It all depends on what the conversation is like,
Oh,
which
yes.
which conducts the speed of your pacing. Now, if you're arguing with AT&T, or then you're walking fast. If you're, I paced when I first started talking to Tammy on
Yeah.
the phone. I would pace back and forth in a very slow, smooth, just talking, with a little bit of excitement, walking back and forth. But if I'm talking to Verizon or AT&T or any kind of customer service rep, I'm pacing back and forth.
Slamming cupboards and
Yep, right. And then
All right.
doing this. How often do you do this?
How often have you
You
been?
look at your phone as if you're seeing the customer server's
Yeah.
face. It's like, who am I talking to here?
Well, I'm at a point now where when my phone rings, the first thing I do before I answer it is I check my hair, because you don't know if it's going to be a FaceTime or anything else. You got to be prepared. You got to be prepared. I mean, geez, I can't just be naked all the time anymore, And what about walking around the house, on the phone and finding yourself walking into the bathroom and then saying, no, wait, I can't be in here. I can't do this. Even if I'm not going to use the bathroom, they're going to hear the echo, because every bathroom has an echo. I don't care if you got it fully carpeted and shag on the ceiling.
Right.
There's an echo in the bathroom, and just walking in and checking my eyebrows or something, and I'm like, they're going to know I'm in the bathroom. I can't be in this room.
Oh, you mute it before you flush the toilet if you do have to use the bathroom. David.
Wait, you will talk on the phone while you're going to the bathroom?
Yeah. You got to go. You got to go.
Please, my friend, never, ever answer the phone if I call.
Oh, you'll never
and
know.
you're on
You wouldn't know. You'd never know. You never know. If I have to flush that toilet, I pop you on mute, flush the toilet, leave the bathroom. Oh, yeah. No, what I should
that
do
might
is tell
explain
you.
the conversation we had the other day when we were in the middle of something serious, and all of a sudden I heard bombs away.
That was the TV. No, that was
okay.
the TV. David is right now walking around an ice skating rink with the phone up, listening to us, because David does not miss a show. Hello, Karen from the costume shop. Costumes Are Us. Or what? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on
Crazy about
Costumes.
costumes.
Yep.
Wow.
Karen.
Karen's
Hello, Keith.
always been really supportive of like the music and stuff on Facebook, and very supportive of our shows. We really appreciate it. One of our original sponsors and just friends of LOL, and Gary and I and Tammy and all of us, the whole family we have here, and we count them as family as well. So Karen, thank you for joining us from Crazy About Costumes. Glad to see that you guys made it through COVID, and they're starting to kill it over there with a lot of theater coming back and stuff, and they're starting to do a lot of things.
Good.
If you see a theater production anywhere near Broward County, I mean, it might even be in other places, but
It's mostly Crazy About
you
Costumes.
look and you say, wow, that's beautiful. I will guarantee you about 90% of what you see out there is going to come from them.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful stuff. Just absolute joy. You want to have fun? Just go in there one afternoon. They don't mind if you just go in and look around.
No, they're really great.
They're really
people.
cool about that. I mean, you don't want to try everything on and waste all their time, but
But it's
you want to
fun.
go in and see things and get some ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to. I don't even know what I'm going to do this year. I think I'm going to do my Jurassic Park this year for Halloween at the house.
Well, then you don't need a costume, do you?
Well, no, I don't need a costume,
could
but I
be
got to
a-
find some big
You could be a hairy Neanderthal.
super screwosaurus things or whatever. I don't know. Monsters.
Blow-ups.
Blow-ups. No, I'm not allowed to have those anymore either. Last one I had, I was hey, we were happy. Everything was good.
That's right.
And then one day, you just got carried away. I bit her on the neck. She farted and flew out the window.
People farting around you all the time.
I'm telling you. Okay, let's move on. Crazy things.
All right, watching somebody look for their glasses when they're on their head.
Yeah, well, we're all guilty of that. That can go for keys in your hand, looking for your keys while they're in your hand, phone, talking on your phone and looking for your phone at the same time. Not just holding it, but actually talking on your phone and looking for your phone.
Wait a minute, I'm looking for my phone. Hold on.
And then glasses. You know, you can have even your glasses on your face and you're looking around for your glasses. Didn't realize I already put them on. Yeah, we're all guilty of those stupid things,
That's crazy. Yeah.
Stopping the microwave when there's 1 second left. Why? Why? 1 freaking second. You can't wait. I think it's a control issue people have. It's like, screw you. You're not going to beep, because the beep from the microwave is kind of like a loss for you. You know, it's like, It got me.
Well, it's nagging.
It's
It's nagging.
but it doesn't matter. If you set it for 2 minutes, why are you stopping it with 1 minute and 58 seconds? Why are you stopping it then? And then not changing it. So now you walk around and there's 2 seconds on it. The next person goes to use the microwave. They press the button. They get 2 seconds.
Yeah. Or they have to
But-
push clear.
But why? They got to push. Yeah, which is another button, which is just too much work for me. So screw it.
Well, you know something.
I mean, I've already wasted all my time digging through the trash for the instructions. I'm tired. I don't want to cook anymore.
it all adds up, though. I mean,
Yeah.
2 seconds here, another second there,
Mhm.
another second there. Life is short.
That's what
Life is short. You save a little bit of time.
we all do it though. I catch myself doing it.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to hear the beep, and I think it's a control thing, Tammy. I think we actually screw you. I will decide when the food's done, not GE, not Samsung. They won't decide when my food. I decide when my food's done, and then it'll come out and it's still frozen in the middle, but I'll eat it anyway because screw you.
Well, let me ask you something. When you
I like
put something in the,
I like
when you put something-
popsicle mac and cheese
when you put something in the microwave
in the
and
Mikey.
it says 50 seconds,
Yes,
how long do you put it in for?
I put it in always like a little bit over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, there you go.
yeah,
Mhm.
because you know what? Their cook times are like popcorn cook times. There's always a popcorn button on a microwave, and I'm like, how does it know? I always push for 5 minutes on popcorn.
5 minutes.
No, wait a minute. I just hit 5, just as a standard, because if I let it go 5 minutes, you've got a fire.
Yeah,
you know.
right. Mhm.
But then I listen. You listen for the popping, and when the
Right.
popping gets down to 1 every second, that's when it's time to stop it. But you got to stop it quickly because it goes very quickly from that to black shit you can't eat. Right. So,
Hey, look who's on. We got Dean Summers again.
Dean,
Dean Summers. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. Hello, Dean. You're on the air.
Don't lie.
You're on the air. I'm not lying.
Dean, you're on the air, brother.
You hear that?
Oh my God, that wasn't the plan.
Well, you should know that it's live out loud every other week. You should know.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I just wasn't thinking. Well, hello, boys.
Hello.
Hey, Dean, tell us what you're going to be doing when we're doing Dean Summers and Friends. Oh, I said Simmons again. You see that? You know why? I said that is because I said I got to remember not to.
Did you say Dean
Simmons.
Simmons again?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
No,
did.
I didn't. Hey, Dean Summers. Dean,
He almost said Simmons.
I
heard him,
almost did.
Scott.
That's right. But that's because I was thinking. It's another one of the crazy things that we're talking about right now. Doing is so you're thinking about something and you make sure that you're not going to say it, and then you say it. Dean,
Well, to answer your question, Gary, we're talking about the big Dean Summers and Friends show that's going to be live Saturday, July 17th at 7 p.m. at the beautiful Sport of Kings Theater in Gulfstream Park. And it's a star-studded cast featuring everybody's favorite South Florida musicians, including yourself, Gary Wayne, Jeffrey James Harris, Maria DiCrescenzo, Frank Vestry, Jill Miner / Hickey, Richie Vega, John Quinn, Eldad Kira, Alex Anchina, Phil Beithel, Greg Sherman, Michael Weinstein, John Angelone, you and I, and we are going to be doing a 2-hour plus show that features all of my Dean Summers and Friends remote music collaborations played totally live. We're about 70% sold. We have about 30% of tickets left.
So
and
get 'em.
so get them while they're hot.
get him. And another thing is that Dean did a premiere with the new band GDR last on
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
We had our big GDR Greatest Decades of Rock debut Thursday night at Wellington Amphitheater. And it exceeded expectations. The band is amazing.
Outstanding night of music.
It really was. I was very pleased. It's a wonderful stage there, and the Dean Summers and Friends show at Gulfstream Park is of course going to feature everybody who was also in GDR plus all the other people that I mentioned. So it's really going to be a historic event. It's very rare to have all these great musicians on stage for one night. So it's going to be great.
And Live Out Loud will be there. We'll be doing interviews with everybody who participates.
Yay! It'll be so
Yay.
much fun.
All
It'll
right.
be great. I'll call you
By the way,
once the show is over.
I'm sorry, what?
I said I'll call you
me when the show's over. And by the way, the long run kick butt at Galuppi's last night. You guys were really, really great.
Thank you. Thank you for
welcome.
showing up.
Call me after the show.
It was hot last night, wasn't it?
Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
It was.
you sitting in one particular spot and blinking caused you to sweat.
Yeah, that's not an understatement. It was a hot and humid night, and we were playing little games. We were taking the ice from the beer buckets and putting them in little napkins and then wiping our heads with it. And then we would have a little contest. We take the little ice cubes and try to throw them back in the bucket. And the one who made the most ice cube successful throws back in the bucket won. I lost.
See that?
Oh,
Yeah, it takes a man to admit that.
I had an ex-wife come after me with an ice pick one time.
Basketball's never been my thing. Baseball, I was pretty good at, but basketball was never my thing.
Which is why we're musicians,
That's exactly right.
right?
You
All right,
got
man.
it.
I'll give you a call right after.
Have a good show.
All
We'll
right.
see you later. Bye.
We'll be sure to put the ad for the coming up Dean Summers and Friends, unless you're going to the alternative show, Dean Simmons and Friends, which is down the street. But Dean Summers and Friends, we're going to be putting that ad out on Live Out Loud Facebook page and, of course, our personal pages as well. So we'll want everybody to participate. This is a great community of music is really what it is. It's a bunch of friends.
It is. It's
who-
a bunch of friends. Everybody really gets along with everybody in that community.
When
It's really-
COVID hit, it was a bunch of people who said, listen, music can be presented in 1,000 different ways. We don't have to be live on stage. And they found this thing and they use these programs where they can I'll do my part, send it to you, you do your part, send it to, and they did this and they came up with these collaborations that are, dare I say, they were brilliant, certainly entertaining.
Yeah, there a lot of them are on my Facebook page. Dean has them on his Facebook page. Just look up Dean
Did you have a
Summers.
favorite one that you guys did? Did you have one that you were just like, that was the most fun ever? Or,
I like My Woman from Tokyo, or Tammy and I did Uncle Albert.
the Uncle Albert that you guys did I think that was my favorite. I think that was my favorite. Did you actually sing, Tammy?
She
She
did.
actually sang.
She did.
He
There's no fixing.
I ran it
She-
through
she
auto
sang
tune
it.
17 times.
She sang it. She did, and she did
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Great. She did great.
Okay, let's wrap up our crazy people kind of segment here. We all do this. We all argue with inanimate objects. Did you ever notice that? We actually have full out arguments with our car. We have full out
No,
arguments
you
with.
have all out arguments with
Okay.
your car,
All right. I do Frankencar. Don't pick on Frankencar. It'll get sensitive and not run.
unless a normal car doesn't start, because you try to convince the car to start.
Yeah.
It's going. A car does this when you turn the key. It goes, "Please don't try to start me. Please don't try to start me." And then it goes, "Leave me alone. Leave me alone." So a car will talk back to you.
Yeah. Karen's chiming in saying Uncle Albert was her favorite as well.
Oh, good.
But yeah,
That's my brother John.
John is saying you can't argue with a Prius, to be fair. Yeah, yeah, you really can't, because Prius will actually cry. The car will physically cry if you argue. You raise your voice to it. It's like, I'm a Prius. Why are you picking on me? I'm a Prius.
Hey, I save you gas.
You saved me gas. No,
Priuses
it
are
did not
stubborn.
save gas. Gary brought it in the studio with him. Didn't save shit. All right. Prius. Okay.
That's yeah. So arguing with inanimate objects. Yeah.
Here's another crazy thing that we just accept as normal,
Mhm.
which shouldn't be. If I'm going to a restaurant and I say, "Can I have some extra broccoli?" Well, it's going to cost you a little bit more. can I have an extra side of fries? That's going to cost you a little bit more. But if you say, hold the fries, well, that's going to cost you a little bit less. No, they don't do that.
No, they don't do that.
You want extra, you
don't
pay
do
for it.
that.
You want less, you still pay for the full amount. But we accept that as being, well, okay, I get it. It makes sense. No, it doesn't make
No,
sense.
it doesn't make sense. You order it a la carte, and then it costs a little more to get it a la carte.
Yeah, but if I order steak, I go to a steakhouse, I get a steak, and it comes with potatoes and a vegetable and something else. And I say, I really don't want the vegetable. Just leave the vegetable off. Save me a few cents. No.
No.
I'm like, okay, then here's what I want you to do. I want you to bring me the vegetables in a garbage can so I can physically throw them out in front of you because I paid for them. You are not going to sell my broccoli to someone else
Your
after
broccoli.
I paid for it.
Broccoli.
Right?
That's like saying Simmons.
Broccoli.
Broccoli.
You're not selling my broccoli to someone else, but we accept it. We just say, yeah, okay, that makes sense. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
How does that
It
make
doesn't.
sense? That's like going to a car dealership and is like, oh, we're going to take tires off, but you're still going to pay for the whole car.
Yeah.
We're not going to, you got to have everything.
It's not exactly like that, but it's a not even a good analogy.
It's,
How about pulling next to somebody and watching them talk with their hands when they're alone in the car?
yeah. Well, you know what you do? Find a classical music station and turn it up really loud. Pull up next to them. Looks like they're directing the music. They're just like,
That's funny. That's funny. That's good.
yeah, right. Just dun, 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 dun.
That is funny.
People talk with their hands in the car.
They do.
And
They do.
it's like on the phone, and they can't see you. You talk with your hands to make a point. To this is what I'm telling you.
Right.
If nobody's there and you're saying this is what I'm telling you, it's a wasted gesture.
It's a way the mind just works that way. The mind just works that way.
That those hands could have been saved for other purposes, like digging the microwave box out of the trash and
Right.
finishing your popcorn. Okay, last thing, keeping pets is an odd thing that people do.
I was going to say
What?
most Italians do that with their hand. They talk with their hands even when they're alone. But John
yeah.
beat me to it because he's Italian.
Yeah. You tie Italians' hands together, they can't talk. It's like it's nothing. Keeping pets is a strange. Now I know a lot of people love their pets and everything, but when you think about the actual thing about keeping pets, they're wild animals, right? I mean, they're animals. They're
animals. Yeah, I can't say that they're wild animals.
but at some point they were. At some point, every animal was a wild animal, right? I mean, hamsters weren't just born in somebody's bedroom on a wheel. There was somewhere in the world there's hamsters out in the wild that were brought in and domesticated and stuff. But think about it. We take a creature, we bring it into our homes. Dogs are a perfect example. Man's best friend. Here's how we treat man's best friend. We lock them and keep them hostage in a house. We leave them alone all day with a bowl of water. And if we do happen to let them out, we put them in chains first. Man's best friend, my ass.
I think
It's just a strange
depends
concept. Think
on-
about it.
It depends on the best friend, and it depends on the trainer itself.
If you've got a pet-
sometimes, you got this big old yard and a doggy door, and
You got a big prison yard. You got a really big prison yard is what it is. I'm saying I'm glad people have pets and it's good. And I've had a dog in the past that I was really in love with and it was fine. And Teresa we had Coco for a while and I like the pets, but I'm just saying the whole concept, if you think about it, like if you have like a dog or a cat that's always trying to get out and you're like, oh, don't let them out. Don't let them out. They're in some sort of escape plan in their head. They're like trying to break out of the big house, right?
Cats also.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cats also.
And it's like, but when we keep them, it's like, oh, I keep them because I love them. And it's like, boy, you can't use that excuse with people. Find that out after the third time.
They make movies about
Yeah,
that.
they make movies about that
They
shit.
do.
No, but I still I'm not saying pets are bad or anything like that. I'm just saying, just think about the concept of it. And if your cats or dogs trying to escape, to them, they feel like they're being held hostage.
Right, but they're escaping, then they start looking for food. They got it dead easy. I don't feel bad for any of you pets.
Gene says they have unconditional love, and Karen says that she leaves the Disney Channel on. And the house is cool, so it's air conditioned. Yeah, I mean that's good. I'm not against pets. I'm not, but it's just kind of a funny concept. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with the fact that that's where they are. But if you let a dog out, and they might just want to escape. They want to see what the world is like, and then when they get out there, they want to come home, but they can't find their way. So you got to go searching for them.
No, I know. Well, it's like Shawshank. When he got out, they sent a search party looking for him.
Right, exactly.
And he just running to beat the band. All right. Well, listen, we are getting towards the end of the show. Can you believe it, Gary?
Yeah, but it's time for
Before we get into Scott's Curiosities, quick around the town with Gary with music and stuff. What do we have coming up in the next week or two?
Wednesday nights at the
Galuppies.
and pretty much that is. I'm going to be at Rex Barron's on the 25th
Where's that?
of June. Rex Barron's is at the Boca Raton Mall.
Oh, okay.
The Boca Mall.
And who are you with?
Just me and John.
Oh, you and John. So just a little duo.
Yeah, and then we have Cape Cabaret.
That's over in
Fort Myers on the 3rd of July.
I was talking to my father the other day, who has a place over right near Cape Cabaret, actually, and he comes down and spends the winters down here. But he's back up in New York, and we were talking just the other day, and we were talking about your band, and he's saying next year we got to make sure, because you're there almost once a month on the other side.
Yeah,
when things are busy,
Mm-hmm.
and so we're definitely. My dad's. I definitely want to be able to go see you. So
okay.
and I'm like,
Yeah,
I said, well, I could come over and we'll go together. And he goes, no, it's not necessary. I just want to see Gary play. Why the hell would he want to see me? All right. Okay, so that's what we have going on. Make sure everybody goes out to Galuppi's. I was supposed to be there 2 weeks ago, and I was not. I apologize for people who came out. I know Edie was there and a bunch of other people. I apologize for not being there, but I actually had a little bit of a under the weather situation. I was not feeling well. And then I was kind of like ready to go last Wednesday, and then the rain came, and it just like
The rain
screwed everything up. So hopefully this week we'll be able to get out there and have some fun.
Ruth says she wants her dog spoiled life. That's what we do. We spoil dogs.
That's true.
I totally agree with
I wouldn't
that.
mind being kept that way, where somebody fed me and everything else.
Tammy, my brother, says hi.
All right. I think it's time for us to get into That's right. It's time for Scott's Curiosities, and these are just things that come to my head, and a lot of it, this week is really kind of involved in what we've been talking about, as people are crazy and things like that. But I also tie into some of the other topics. And speaking of dogs, because we were just talking about pets, I wonder, and one of my curiosities is I wonder if regular dogs see police dogs and think, oh shit, it's the cops. I mean, do they do that? Do they know it's a police dog?
Do they slow down?
Yeah, do they? Yeah. Well, can't shit here. Do they know it's a police dog? Because we see cops, and I don't care how good you are. You can be a saint.
Mhm.
You still kind of check yourself when you see a cop.
Right? It's just a no barking zone.
Yeah. Very good.
Thank you.
Very good. You got a barking ticket. All right. You never notice when you're at work and you're working on a computer all day? I don't know if anybody out there is doing it. And then you take a break from your computer. What is the first thing people do? They grab their phones and they look at the computer on their phones. I got to take a break from my computer. And then they start playing with their phones. We don't give ourselves a break ever.
No.
Our break from our big computers or moment is a moment with our
We
small
have
computers.
computers everywhere. And nowadays, there are computers in your car. Not yours, of course, but there are computers in cars.
There's a computer in my car.
Yeah.
It dings if I don't put my seatbelt on.
You still have a cigarette lighter.
Yes. But
What kind of car are you
if
got?
it wasn't there, the 8-track player would be unbalanced. Shut up about Franken-Car. Franken-Car is sensitive.
Car still has that thing where buckle your seatbelt.
There are parts of my car that are very young and impressionable, so just be careful how you talk about it.
That's right. There are parts in it that are very young.
There's other parts of my car that
That
could
are-
live in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
All right.
Century Village car parts. Right.
Okay.
Really should get an antique license plate.
I really should. Yeah, because people are going to look at it like, okay, well, there's antiques and then there's garbage that people haven't let go of.
Pretty soon. What year is a car?
It's a 2011.
Oh, okay.
It's not that old. It's 9 years old, 10 years old.
It's not really that old.
But it's just, and it still runs and it's great. I'm not that guy. I'm not a new car guy. Why do I want car payments and all the other shit? I mean, I go A to B. I don't care what people think about me. Guess what? I've met more assholes who drive Mercedes than drive Pintos. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't care about what kind of car it is. I don't care about any of that. I'd rather, as long as it gets me from A to B, and it keeps the snow off my head when I'm driving, which is not a problem down here, but, the air conditioner runs down here. That's all I care about.
Please don't try to start me.
Please don't.
Please don't try to start me.
Doesn't do that. Just kind of more like just cries a little when I start it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Leave me alone.
where are we going? All right.
All right. Next.
Okay. I've determined that all adults still get disappointed when they open birthday cards and don't find money. I don't care how old you are, and everybody has to admit it. We still get this little thing when we open the card. We really want to find money, and
Or a gift card. Now it's a gift card.
All we've done is learn to hide our disappointment better. That's all we've done. We still haven't changed. Gift card, yes.
We recently did that, and when this person opened up the card, they kind of shook it a little bit.
I was so cheap at one point in my life. This was years ago with my ex-wife. I was so cheap. I'm like, why are we wasting money on cards? So whenever Valentine's Day or Christmas would come around, we would go to the store together, go to the card aisle, pick out cards that we like for each other, hand them to each other, read them, then put them back.
Good.
Now, I know some people like to keep cards for like perpetuity, Oh, this is a card I got for Father's Day back 13 years ago. And, me, the minute it's read, it's lost purpose for me. Now it's just something that you put on the counter and you leave it in a little, standing up position.
Mm-hmm. Well, we do that with flowers. I'll give Tammy a flower and I'll say, here you go. This is a flower. And I go, and now it served its purpose. You can throw it away if you want.
Yeah. So
she does. She gives me a kiss. She takes the flower. She says it served its purpose.
I'm going to start a whole campaign for people. Let's screw Hallmark.
Yeah.
I want everybody to meet me at the Hallmark store. We're all going to walk around, get each other cards, hand them to each other, stand and read them right in front of the checkout. I mean, what are they going to tell you?
That's
You're not
what you
allowed to
should
read
do.
the cards?
Yeah, right.
I understand you can't go to a bookstore, sit down and read the whole book. I get that. But with cards, you can do it. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we still get disappointed for that.
Right.
Oh, Karen from Crazy About Costumes is wishing you and I both a happy Father's Day. Thank you very much.
Karen.
Appreciate it. Okay. Most adults, still, when they go into a bathroom, will look behind the shower curtain for no apparent reason other than making sure that there's not a killer in there. Most adults, do you still do it? Yeah. Once in a while. Not every moment. But there's times when you just walk by and you're just like, I have not looked behind that shower curtain. I mean, I've got an extra bathroom in my house and I don't use it. And so it could be like a week and I haven't even looked in the room. And I'll walk past it sometimes and I'll think, I got to check behind there. Because you don't know. You don't know. Anthony Perkins, Psycho, could have just set up camp there and has been waiting for a month and a half for me to take a shower in the other bathroom. You just don't know. We do these things. We do these things, I swear. How many people actually secretly sit and diagnose people when you go to the doctors and you're in the waiting room? How many people sit and look around and try to figure out what's wrong with everybody else?
Right.
And I come up with some weird farfallonis of the blowhole shit going on. I mean, I'm just like, I'm like, I think that guy sat on a hamster. I don't know. Okay. Well, we all do that stuff.
Or is it sitting on a hamster now?
Yeah. It's still alive. Your alarm that you listen to every morning when you get up, make it interesting, because if you think about it, that is the theme song to every episode of your life. Make it a good one. Why do you want your theme song to be me? Put some music to it.
It's like the TV show starting.
Yes.
That's funny.
It is the beginning. It's the theme song to every episode of your life is your alarm. So make it interesting. Put some music on there, you know. Da da da, another fucked up day. Da 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 da. You know, something. Get you going. All right.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. If you find the perfect spot to hide something in your house, you have not found the perfect spot to hide something in your house. If you
go on, elaborate.
You can't. I can't elaborate. If you find the perfect spot to hide something in your house, it means you found the perfect spot, which means it is not the perfect spot because you found it. So there is no perfect spot to hide something if you found a perfect spot. You follow my thinking? The perfect spot to hide something is a spot that you'll never find. So you'll never be able to hide something in a perfect spot.
No, a perfect spot, the way that I see it,
Oh, here we go.
Is
Tell
hiding
me, Mr.
something.
Professor.
Thank you, Gilligan. The perfect spot for me is hiding something and then not being able to find it afterwards.
That's true.
That's the perfect spot.
And that's why people stopped using real eggs on Easter and started using those plastic ones, because everyone's had that experience of, you know, late July sitting on the sofa and that egg breaking that you forgot was there.
Right.
Yeah.
Or starting to smell something that's really. But of course, you can't put a Tootsie Roll on a real egg.
No, it takes some doing.
Yeah.
You'd have to get one of those Ronco in the egg beaters and kind of drill a hole and then melt the Tootsie Roll and put no. I'm sorry, Professor. You've been stooping Marianne, haven't you? I always wondered about those two, Professor and Marianne.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, we already knew Skipper and Gilligan. All right. Why is it they had one set of clothes? It was their boat.
Yeah.
The millionaires, the movie star, even Marianne, who lived on a freaking farm, brought changes of clothes.
Always
The
had
two guys
changes
who
of
lived
clothes.
on the boat did not have a change of clothes for Gilligan's Island. They wore the same shit. And the Professor,
They did. They oh yeah, the Professor never changed his clothes, but Gilligan and the Skipper had a bunch of clothes. They were just
all the
all
same
the
thing.
same thing.
It must have been the same for the Professor, because every once in a while they get dirty. Professor always looked like he stepped out of LL Bean catalog, you know, with the
Yeah.
white shirt, the khaki pants and everything. Always super clean and everything. You know, it's got to get messy making coconut foams and all that shit. I mean,
Yeah, making coconut phones, but not being able to fix a little hole in the boat.
okay. All right. If you try to rob a bank, little advice for you out there. If you try to rob a bank, whether you're successful or you fail, you're not going to have to worry about rent and food for quite a while. If you try to rob a bank,
Right.
whether you're successful
Or not.
or if you fail, you're not going to have to worry about rent and food for a while.
That's
Because you're either
true.
going to have money or be in jail.
That's right.
So it really doesn't matter. I mean,
So go for it.
go
Go
for it.
for it. Rob a bank. Go for it.
Okay, last two. Your email was in my spam folder as code for I didn't want to answer you. How many people have used that? Oh, I didn't see your email. Must have been it was in my spam folder.
Oh,
That's code for I really didn't want to answer you.
that could be it. But I think an email in your spam folder is your computer deciding what's good for you and what isn't.
Now, does that
Out with it.
does that correlate to spam is not good for you? If you go to the store and want to buy spam, by the way, a food product I've never eaten is spam. And
No, I've never eaten
this-
spam either.
don't you want to though?
No,
Why?
I don't like ham.
I don't like ham either. I don't think it's ham. I think it's a gelatinous ham-like substance, but it's not ham.
A ham-like substance is absolutely right. Yeah.
Okay.
What was the last thing that you?
It was when we tell people that I missed your email was in my spam folder, the translation, that's code for I saw your email. I just didn't want to answer you.
Right. What I was going to say was that if you buy Spam at the store and you put it in your refrigerator and then you open up your refrigerator and it's not there, would it be in your computer?
Spam, 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 spam,
Spam.
Yes.
Monty Python.
Brought
Why
to you
are
by the morons who
why
like
are
Monty
you-
Python.
Why are you quoting Monty Python?
Spam a lot.
You are not entitled
I
to quote.
I
Monty
could
Python.
quote.
You are not entitled to. You need to be on their side. If you are quoting something that you have no respect for,
I have plenty of respect for it. No, I don't. Sorry.
no, you don't. Okay.
I was trying really. Tammy's with me, right? I mean, Monty Python.
Yes, she is.
Monty Python. There's a couple hours of your life you'll never get back. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
They
I'll
know
fight
it.
you with one
They
arm.
know it.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. Cut off
The Hall
arm.
of Funny Walks. Walk this way. I mean,
It's
come
not
on.
the- yeah,
It's the corniest
I don't
stuff
have
in
it
the
on.
world. You got a Superman shirt on. You got class today. Last one.
By the way, we just want to show you. This is
Oh.
Edie's photo, guys.
Artwork. Edie's artwork. And you could catch it.
Edie Polly.
Edie Polly on Facebook. She's
Facebook.
got a lot of her work there. And this is Sandy, my mom's artwork, right next to it. So we've got anybody else wants to bring some artwork for LOL, we'll just plaster the wall. We'll have a good time.
Yep.
I draw some stick figures, but I haven't quite gotten the proportions right yet.
Getting drawing
Yeah.
a line. Okay, here's the last one. This is the last
The
one.
last one. Monty Python all the way, the best. Oh,
No, who said
crazy
that?
about costumes, Karen.
All right, Karen.
Ah.
There you go.
Karen, we were right. You and I were right in sync. We were simpatico there, and then you lost me. All right, last thing,
I'm having trouble with the video.
buddy, pal, and dude are code words for I can't remember your freaking name. Just so you know, people.
Oh, okay.
Hey, buddy. Hey, pal. Hey,
Hey, pal.
what's going on, dude? There is no in betweens there. When people are using those phrases, it means you're not important enough for me to remember your name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you agree, pal? All right.
I also like to use the word shithead.
Or
Yeah,
in its
shithead.
native form, Shathid.
Shatheed.
Shathid. My
What is
name is
Shathid?
Shathid. All right.
What is shitheed? What does that mean?
Shithead.
Oh,
If you,
well, where's theed?
SHITHEAD. Theed. Shathid. Instead of shit. Oh my God. You have to want me to write it down and show you?
No,
All right. Come on, buddy. All right.
I'm lost because I lost our
You lost our feed for some
I lost
reason.
Our feed is. Are you still on?
Yeah, we're still on. We're still
Oh,
good.
Okay. Well, if we're still up, who needs
All right.
it?
All right. Well, we're at the end of the show anyway. And one more time, I want to spend a moment and just let everybody know that the purpose of the show, we goof around and it's a lot of fun and we love spending time with you guys. And coming very quickly, we're going to be a lot more. We're going to have what's called LOL pop-up. And we're going to have our regular podcast, but then there's going to be pop-ups where Gary and I are going to be able to use our phones no matter where we are, what we're doing, and we're going to be able to just like do pop-up like little 15-minute, 20-minute shows
Mhm.
here and there. And, maybe Gary will be out playing
That'll
and
be
he'll take a
fun.
break and he'll be able to just go on and we'll just do. So watch out for LOL pop-ups. I think it's going to be a really popular thing we're going to do. But stick with us for our regular show. But the reason we do all of this, again, is to raise awareness for people with addiction and mental health, that you don't have to suffer. You don't have to continue to be sick. There is help for you. If you want help from us, you can give Karen a call from Addiction Training Center. Karen, who is just so fantastic in helping people find solutions and treatment. 786-514-0893. That's Karen's number. You could also learn more about what we do at Addiction Training Center at atceducation.com. And you can become a certified event interventionist. As a matter of fact, if you want to call Karen and tell her you listen to Live Out Loud podcast, she'll give you a code. You can get a discount to become an interventionist. And it's
Save a life.
it's well under $300. I mean, we're talking about, in the 250 range, even maybe a little bit less sometimes. It's really inexpensive. It's all online. It's easy to do, but you can be prepared so that if you're in that moment where you can help somebody, you know what to say, you know what to do, and you know how to treat them.
And it's a certification.
It's a certification.
It makes sense. It
You're a
really does make
CEI.
sense.
A CEI, Certified Event Interventionist. Gary, you've been with us for years, and you've seen people go through this and take the course, and you've seen their reactions, right?
Yeah, it's first of all, it's an interesting course, and it also helps you not just deal with somebody that you're trying to do an intervention with. It also deals with situations in life of how to handle a certain situation. Instead
Absolutely.
of losing your cool. It's basically a lot of common sense.
Yeah.
That you don't really realize that you have ways of dealing with certain situations. It's really, it's not just intervention. It's dealing with life situations also.
Yeah, the
Or dealing
communication
with people.
skills and the communication skills, building rapport, being able to listen and de-escalate, all tools that you can use in everyday life.
Yeah, anger
certainly.
management.
Yes.
Not letting things bother you that would normally bother you, how to handle it.
Wow. And I want to remind everybody that on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, check us out. Karen and I are doing a show called Moments in Recovery, very quick little pop-up shows that are about 15 minutes, and we just talk about recovery and things that are going on, and messages of hope and a
what
little
time
bit
is
of our
that on?
stories. These are Tuesdays and Thursday mornings at 9:30. But if you can't watch it live, then just look for it on our Facebook page and everywhere else.
But when to watch it live, where do you go?
You just go to Addiction Training Center Facebook page.
Okay.
And it's live there. We also broadcast it on all of our other pages too, but this is the easiest way. So make sure you guys check that out. With that, we have to actually get rocking and rolling here, brother, because it is well past our hour. As always, we just keep going and going. What are you doing?
I'm calling Tammy over. So she could.
He's conjuring
Watch
Tammy
it.
over.
Usually I say I love you, Tammy, at the end, but now I could just do it.
Oh, God. We're going to take a break so I can be sick. I'm kidding. I think that's really sweet. I'm sorry. Something caught in my throat. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Tammy, thanks for being in the studio. Always fun. Gary, as always, it's a pleasure, my friend. I know you're busy.
Yeah.
And I know you guys got a night off. Good. You got family stuff, but go do something nice for your lady.
Yeah.
It's Father's Day.
It's
Father's Day. How come you're not telling her to do something nice for her man?
because let's be honest. The last piece of honesty I'm going to give today. There's no such thing as Father's Day. There's no such thing.
I used to tell my dad, "Hey, Dad, give me 55 cents. I'll go buy a pack of cigarettes."
Yeah.
Come on. Smoke half of them on the way home.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what is it? Oh, here's a tie. Hey, Father's Day, the perfect gift. The multi-tool. It'll hammer, it'll saw, and you get it and it doesn't do shit. But women, it's got to be flowers and candy and dinner and
I don't know. Mother's Day, I would take a piece of wood and I put a little nick in it. I go, "Here, Mom, I made this for you." She go, "Oh, you made this for me?"
Yeah. Maybe that's why Father's Day doesn't fly, because you hand that to your father. It's like, great, something to hit you with.
Yeah, like, go get me something to
shit.
beat you with.
Yeah.
I give my dad a gift and I go, "Here you go, Dad. Happy Father's Day. According to our mother, you're our father," and that's good enough for me.
What'd you get me, son? Got you $20, Dad. Where is it? It's still in your wallet. It's just money I didn't steal today, so I'm leaving it for you. All right. All right. Listen, thanks for everybody for joining us. I hope everybody has a great time. Galuppi's Wednesday night. Come on out. Check out Gary. I'm going to try to make it out this week. Can't make
Fab
it promise. Fab 3 are going to be out there, but I want to thank everybody for joining us and supporting LOL. Stay safe, stay sober, and have a great week. For now, I'm Scott.
I'm Gary. Be nice to people.
We'll catch you next time.